Okay, so the navigation editor located right here is essentially going to help you out with assigning different forms of navigation, whether it's this top nav or if you have a left side navigation, it'll help you out with kind of configuring that. So you can access it here in the site configuration or on the Cyberschool dashboard, this black bar down here. You can click Site Settings and click Navigation Editor. Now this is incredibly handy for when you're actually on a separate page. Uh, you're not on the site config at all, but you kind of need to edit this navigation. You can just access Navigation Editor here. So let me open this up and let me zoom in a bit so we can see this. I understand this is not the best view for it. Currently, this is what we have for the navigation editor. Everything works out just fine though. It's just in need of an update. Um, so we have this left and this right side. Left side being current navigation and right side being available modules. So the current navigation, let me go ahead and drop this, is the top nav up here, this little folder icon. And the top nav consists of all of these top navigation elements. So the little home button, there's a test portal with no check mark. So the check mark just means it's currently showing in navigation. I can remove the check mark for home, save, and you'll see that the home actually goes away. There we go. So the home actually goes away. Even though it's still there, I can just give it a check mark and it'll come back. Even though it still exists in navigation, it's just not showing. And that's particularly useful for when you're working on a page and it's not quite ready for the public to see yet. You can just take off the check mark so it's hidden and nobody can access it unless they have the exact link for it. So some other options we have include staff intranet, and you'll see when I click that, the home gets kind of like a bold face to it. So staff intranet just means staff only. In a more technical sense, it means that everybody who belongs to a group with view internet items checked off can view this item, but in a more general kind of meaning, staff internet just means staff only. Then we have edit. Well, rename is disabled for this particular link here, but we also have edit here, and you'll find when I click edit, I can change the link title, the link URL, as well as the link target. We can also rename this portal here. When I click rename, I can change the name of the portal. And you'll be seeing these little symbols, this chain link, these little gear symbols, and that's about it for this particular one here. But you can generally tell what type of link it is or what type of element it is by the icon associated with it. You'll find that pages, they don't really have this piece of paper as the icon. Once they're actually created and saved, they're going to switch to a chain link because they become links to that page. I know it's confusing, that's why I said it's in need of an update. But we also have a delete button if you want to remove something from this navigation here. All right, so this was the current navigation and what we can do with elements. You can also click and drag these around. That's perfectly fine. But on the available modules here, let me go ahead and unclap some of these. So in this modules portion here, these are all of the modules that we currently have to work with in Cyberschool. So this main navigation here, or this site config navigation editor, will have all the modules, and these will link you directly to those modules. If you're trying to go to the alumni module, just drag over an alumni here, or into the navigation, and it works on drag and drop. So I can drop this right here, and it'll be between home and training videos. Okay, so those are all the modules available. If you want to link to a specific module, you can just drag that over. We also have containers, and this is really used for if you have left side navigation. I don't currently on my site, but if I go into main content and enable that, you'll see I have a left side navigation, which is just, it has a header with the navigation title, and then every single element will actually appear in a little drop down for it. Lastly, we have quick helpers, and these are things like creating new pages, creating new portals, link to existing, and link to file or URL. So let me go ahead and drag over a link to file or URL there. And you'll see it's just like the home one. We can give the title, a URL, a target, same window, or new tab, new window. Or we can actually upload a file to link this to, or even select an existing file. So this is for linking to just about anything on the web, whether it's one of your own pages or a page that belongs to a different website. You just have to place the link URL in there. We also have link to existing. And link to existing will actually allow you to link to any page, any department, or any classroom that has been created already. This is particularly useful if you happen to, a lot of times I'll see people will, let me go ahead and drag over a link to a file or URL, call this departments, and set this to nowhere. And so you can kind of customize your own departments drop down there. So this departments drop down will actually display all of the departments that you want to display. Okay, so if you want to link to a specific page, department, or classroom, but you don't quite remember the link, you'll want to use link to existing there. Then we have create new portal. So portal pages are the pages that have the widgets on them. If you're not familiar with those, feel free to watch, the widget videos or the homepage videos, the videos with the topic editing your homepage, and you'll find that the homepage is actually a portal itself because we have the widgets and the little turquoise area. And then create new page. It's just basic content like you might find from a text box. That editor that we have, the uh, the text editor that we see all throughout Cyberschool is the only editor that we have for create new page. Let me go ahead and drag this over and I'll show you. So when you drag over a create new page, immediately we get this editor that pops up and we can give this a title, change the author, change the privacy, social networking, meta info, and just start typing away immediately. This is really happening only because if you already know what you want to have on this page, you can just quickly copy and paste from Word or Google Docs or start typing away the information that you want in here and hit publish now. And then that page will be saved. So you don't have to actually go to that page and make those edits and then come back to the site config and open up Navigation Editor. No, it just cuts out the middleman and allows you to actually create this page on the fly here. And then you can just continue editing your navigation. So this is essentially how the navigation editor works. If you have any questions, as I'm sure you will, go ahead and let us know or come in contact with tech support, and we can help you out with this.